Hi, I'm Pox.
I'm actually Ragable.
And I'm Couchguy.
You're watching the Two Smart Guys show, where every week we try and bring you interesting news about electronics, hacks, mods, and just arguing about things in general.
Hey, if we could argue, what would half this show be? Seriously. There has to be the this and that.
Yeah, so this week I wanted to show everybody that you can go out and buy the PlayStation 4 controller, even though the PlayStation 4 is not out yet.
I still want to know who made this authorization. Who decided this? Why put it out there?
I don't know, but I don't think it's supposed.
Better yet, why was Pox buying something? Like, we know how he has an addiction problem to electronics. But what benefit does he really get from buying it this early? They say he had the first one?
Yeah, so I got my list of top 10 things
he could do with it.
Yeah. So
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, that's why I think this list is hilarious, because only Pox would have to justify his purchase with a top 10 list.
Yeah, exactly. So this one I can't justify. The camera came out too, but it doesn't have a USB connector, so you can do nothing but have it stare at you and you stare at it. It does nothing.
So when's the PS4 supposed to come out then?
14th? 15th. Depends on when you want to wait in line.
So what do they possibly hope to gain by pushing out the peripherals, 2 weeks, a week in advance?
They're going to see how many people buy the controllers before the PlayStation comes out. Because then if it's a big joke and they don't release the PlayStation.
They track those purchases and they say, okay, these are the people we can always hit up every single time.
Yeah, I think
every time.
I think
they do the same thing with Apple with Pox. So like some guy in Wyoming buys this stuff at the first day it's out.
It's true.
Make sure this location in Wyoming always gets something.
Yeah. It's guaranteed to sell. We guarantee we sell 40 units here, and we always sell 40 units. It's all the same guy, but...
Anyways, things that you can do with this. You can stare at it. That's one thing you can do.
That's what I would be doing with it right now.
That's what you can do with it. You can wear it as jewelry, and...
It's pretty fancy awesome. Jewelry, pretty expensive jewelry.
That's well, no, it's not very expensive jewelry. Let's think about how much jewelry costs.
I don't know. I've never bought jewelry before, so I'm just assuming.
You can fake people out and just say, you know what? I have a PS4. See, look.
Look at my controller. You must know I have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can't you tell by the size of my controller?
The other thing, you can actually hook it up to a PS3. And use it for the menus. You can go through the menus.
You can actually use it on a game.
You can play it on Pac-Man.
Well, but what will we do?
Yeah, but a lot of the other
DualShock motion.
Yeah, nah, a lot of the buttons don't work.
There's only 7 buttons on the whole damn thing.
There's certain universal controller things, and it works as one. Yeah. You can burn it for warmth. That was a suggestion that my wife had.
If you're going to set anything on fire, I'm always down for that.
Yeah, so...
Well, let me tell you, if you're going to set something on fire, make it like the Wii U controller first.
Like the gamepad?
Yeah, why not? If you're going to burn something really expensive.
Oh, I like the Wii U gamepad.
There's the fact that they have the Wii Fit U now, and that you have this expensive gamepad lying around while you're jumping and doing exercises. I think that's going to wind out really great.
Yikes!
That's going to work as well as Wii U controllers without the straps.
Yeah. So that's.
Don't worry, that's fun.
Yeah. Okay, so other things you can do with this controller is you can pair it via Bluetooth to your Mac and use it on a lot of stuff.
Mac, not a PC?
You can do it on a PC, but not all PCs have Bluetooth, and it's just easy on a Mac.
And you can actually get the DualShock, analog nubby things too?
Some games, a lot of Steam games work. And anything that you can bind. So that's another thing that you can do on a PC is just not on Mac, but on PC. If you hook it up via USB, you can basically bind it to anything. So if you can go into a game, you can rebind all of the controls and use it, full featured.
Huh.
Except for the touch thingy, because there's no games that do anything with this touch thingy.
Has anybody tried to generate a program that will read the touchpad input?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be drivers and stuff to remap everything.
Curious about the touchpad's interface when you're playing a game, honestly. If it's actually ever going to be used. If you know.
It almost reminds me of the PS Vita's, touchscreen on the back.
Well, that's what it's for, but it's on the front. Why didn't they put it on the back
That's
too?
what I'm saying. Like, the front, how many fingers do they think we have?
So I've got the D-pad, the analogs, and the XO and all the, and then I got to take my fingers off of that and use it for touch somehow. My nose. I can use my nose.
Yeah, it's that's what it's for. It's for people that are nosy.
Motorboating. There's got to be motorboating.
You're going to look like you got palsy just sitting here going like this.
Okay.
Terrible.
So, yeah. You can use it as a Christmas decoration because
Does it light up though?
if you don't want to wait in line for a PS4, you're probably not going to get one until after Christmas because they'll be sold out, right? So you just hang it on the Christmas tree. Oh, Xbox 360? You can hook it up to an Xbox 360. You can actually get a device that lets you remap the buttons to use the whole thing.
That's an abomination. I don't care what you're saying. That's an abomination.
Does it cause a black hole or just some sort of, paranormal activity?
Like the whole thing. The PlayStation 360 actually opens up and you see the eyes of God. Because they're like, you've done something foul. Yeah.
Hey, that's the headlines. Everybody's like, it works on a PlayStation or an Xbox 360. They forget to tell you.
It's too bad an Xbox 360 just doesn't work.
Oh. And the number one thing that you can do with this is make a YouTube video and post things that you can do with this to justify buying one.
You make a top 10 list,
yes,
and then you make a YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to make the top 10 list first. I think that's the real legitimate thing is that you just own one just to have it.
Yeah. So that's.
I think you should wait a good 6 months to buy one, just so you can sit and appreciate that controller a little longer.
Yeah, and I can't tell people to click on all the ads so we can make the money to pay for the controller. So I won't tell people to do that or subscribe to the videos.
That's a violation. We should have a show about the violations that you can't do on YouTube. Because it's about a 3-paragraph list of, interesting items.
But if anybody knows what you can do with this thing, please tell me if there's like ways you can hack the pinouts and like use it somehow. Because it's useless. Anyways, please subscribe to the feed here on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Walking Crow. We've got
at Tommy5C.
At Ragable.
And at Ragable. So when does it come out? The 15th is Thursday?
15th. Friday the 15th.
Friday the 15th. So, yeah.
So you're going to get to watch this 3 days before it goes actually active.
Yeah, but you still won't be. A lot of people won't be able to afford anything more than the controller.
But nobody will be silly enough to buy a controller they didn't have a PlayStation or a device for.
Anyway, see you guys next week.
No comment.
Yeah, boy.
Come out and play!
Like when they do music videos and there's a beat and it kind of goes blurry, like with the bass.
What is that?
Okay, where is this saying?
If you don't understand how it's a huge deal, start watching all the videos.
Another game save exploit.
The cool thing about this one is it works with all PSPs across the board.
I know I could get at least 5,000 down the street.
Looks stronger to me.
Yes, it's a lie.
I'm Yago.
Couchguy.
Hi, I'm Pox.
And I'm Ragable.
Pretty cool stuff, huh?
What?
And where can you find that?
Better go wait outside. We don't want any trouble.